William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
Give us a minute, I'll go get him. Come on then, you two. Let's have you. Time to get up.
I was just getting comfy. What time is it?
It's May.
Oh, I hate it when I get less than 8 months kit.
Come on. 5 minutes.
Supposed to be back up and get to character.
If we have to, but I tell you what, I'm not spending another year in a camper van like last year. My back, it just won't take it.
Fear not, young Robert. For I have a far more suitable vehicle for us to travel in.
Let's do it.
2015 and the Trilby Tour returns for another year of the most exciting amateur golf anywhere in the world. Last year, Jed Doherty beat 1,200 other players to be crowned world champion, and now the golfing gladiators regroup to see who can make it to here, the final at the magnificent Forest of Arden. This year's tour begins at Hanbury Manor, where we'll discover who has the heart, the hang time and the chutzpah to beat 100 plus other golfers and become the champion of Hertfordshire. Coming up in the show this week, we have all the very best of the action from the day's play as we try to find 10 players to qualify for the World Championship final. We have a tense, tight and traumatic 4-man 3-hole playoff to determine who will become the new champion of Hertfordshire. And of course, we'll highlight the worst shots of the day in the return of Rogues Gallery. As always, we have William Hunt reporting from the first tee, but now here's your commentator, Rob Lee.
Thank you, Mac. Yes, the Trilby Tour 2015 kicks off at the beautiful Hanbury Manor. It's an old Jacobean manor house, originally built by a rich London trader as a home for his mistress. And as we know, on the Trilby Tour, golf is the mistress for all these players. First tee. Well, let's get down to William, who's there with the first player off.
Mark, welcome to the Trilby Tour 2015.
Welcome back, yes.
Yeah, how are you feeling? First out?
Tired.
Got the honour?
First out, got the honour.
Yeah.
Clear course. Should be fun.
Now, what happened to you last year at Norfolk when we was down at Sprowston Manor?
I had a little sleep.
Okay.
Had a little sleep.
Was that on the round? Because you didn't play so well, did you?
No, I didn't play too well, no. And a little snooze in front of the scoreboard.
Okay. Embarrassed?
Not really.
No, I'm talking about your score.
Oh, very embarrassed about the score, yeah. Not worried about sleeping.
Okay. Mark, play well.
Thank you, sir.
6 handicapper mark, 347 yards, a real birdie chance the first. And nicely through the hit there. Plays at Kings Hill Golf Club in Kent, and that one just running through and back onto the fairway. Lovely.
I'm on the tee with the Trilby Tour, now a regular. Mr. Darren Goff, and hit the best drive here last year.
It was a decent drive, actually. It was the best part of the day. Loved playing it. I think it's an amazing tournament. I used to watch it on TV and thought, I wonder how you actually get into that. And I'm here now. It's my second time. I think I'm playing at Meon Valley as well later on in the year. Fantastic spectacle. Everybody's nice and relaxed. I try and make people laugh and make them feel good about it, because there's some nervous folks back there, including myself. But I'm looking forward to it, mate. It's a lovely day.
Talk us through your round last year.
It wasn't a great round of golf from me. I ended up with 21 points.
22.
22
Yes.
22
Don't be
points.
too hard on yourself.
Yeah,
it
not
was
too hard.
rubbish. It was rubbish, but not quite that bad.
At one point, I was just happy to get to 20 because I thought, you see, it is nerve-wracking, and you think once you get past the first, you'll be able to relax, but it's actually quite competitive. The players here are all wanting to get to that final berth. It's a massive. This is a massive tournament for these amateurs.
Darren, play well.
Broadcaster now, Darren. Adrian Durham, his partner in crime. Drive Time Show on TalkSport. And he can drive it miles, by the way. All those years swinging a big heavy lump of wood. Carbon shafted drivers, no problem. That's long and straight. Very good start. Must be better than last year, surely.
Seb, 2013 world champion.
Yeah.
14 didn't go quite as well. What's 15 going to bring?
Hopefully a bit more like 13 than 14. That would be quite nice. Playing well. Feel I've got a chance. Dodgy week to get a bit of a flu virus, but you know what they say about the injured golfer, so I'm hoping that can help me a bit.
Beware the injured golfer.
Absolutely, yeah.
Give us some words of wisdom, words of advice for the players today.
Probably just to enjoy yourself. Last year I sort of came thinking that I was, oh yeah, I've won it once, I'm just going to smash it again. Sort of a nice siege mentality. This year I'm going to try and play my best golf, but really enjoy it. There is nothing like the way it's set up here, guys. You get here and you feel like you're on the PGA Tour. You know, it's fantastic. So this time I'm going to have an absolute blast and see what happens.
Who's the man to beat today?
Hopefully me. There's some great players here. You know, Jamie's a good player. I know Jamie. He's going to be there or thereabouts. Then you've got Paul Llewellyn in the field today. Plenty of other good guys. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Seb, play well.
Thank you.
PGA Tour. I think we'd like to say European Tour on this side of the pond. Anyway, Carmichael Brown. Never won a regional, which is amazing because he's so competitive and so good.
Yeah.
Rough in the middle of a split fairway. And that's where that one's ended up. That's going to be quite a tricky pitch, downslope to an up green. Let's hand over to William with Trilby Tour regular Teddy Sheringham.
Teddy, 7th time out on the Trilby Tour now. Is today your day?
Could be, mate. You never know. I'm playing with a nice couple of players.
Yeah.
It'll be a tough score to beat them, but if I stay in the reach with them, then I might have a chance.
They're good players, those guys. They're going to keep the score. They're going to keep the pace good.
Let's hope so. It makes it competitive then, doesn't it? I might even say let's have a bet, see if they crumble under a bit of pressure from money. You know?
Teddy, that's mean. These boys are.
You've got to try everything.
Yeah.
Will, won't you?
How's the game?
Not bad, but it looks like it's getting a bit windier out here, doesn't it? So it's going to be tough today, but as long as it doesn't get as wet as it did a couple of years ago, it was disastrous out there. So
Biblical was the description.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it, whatever it throws at us.
3 wood for Teddy, who's dipped his toe into the world of management now. Stevenage, League 2. He's in charge there, and as professional as he is, I'm sure it'll be a very, very strong success. And I was there in '99, by the way. I hadn't left the ground when he scored the equaliser at the Camp Nou. Here's William with Rocky.
Thanks, Rob. And with a man who needs no introduction, a legend on the Trilby Tour, Mr. Paul Llewellyn. There you go, I've just introduced you.
Cheers, Will. Nice to be back. Nice new season. Weather seems to be turning out all right. So looking forward to it. It's going to be, I think it's 2015 is going to be a good year for a lot of people.
Yourself included?
I'd like to think so. We've got 3 good tracks again that we played last year. Today, Dalmahoy and Saint Pierre again. So
well, Dalmahoy went quite well for you, really, didn't it? You know.
Dalmahoy went very well. Yeah.
Champion of Scotland?
Yeah, it was great. It'd be nice. To be honest, we've been working towards Dalmahoy more than this because we want to try and retain. We want to do the double again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can copy what we did at the Oxfordshire.
They keep saying we.
Well, that's me and Dave. I wouldn't be here without Dave. I'd be here, but I wouldn't be as successful.
Yeah.
His preparation. He's picked me up when I blobbed the first 2 of the Oxfordshire back in 2011, and got me back on track. And he's red lines. He's 73. I mean, he's 73, triple art bypass, and he's still carrying my bag. So I take my trophy after him every time we play.
He's the secret, is he?
He's my secret. Everybody wants him as a caddy. He's phenomenal. Without him, I wouldn't have won what I've won.
He's a 6 handicapper, Rocky, so it's not like he's got a load of shots. Driver. As he used the royal we, I think they will be very pleased with that. Team Llewellyn. There he goes. Look, he's sprightly, isn't he? Into his 70s. Good bit of speed off the tee. A little downslope to help. Let's catch up with Darren Goff. Tee shot at the 4th. Good par 3. Quite breezy now. And high into the sky with that wind. Where's this going to finish? Very nicely, thank you very much. Tough to work out. Breezy where they are on the tee, and where the flag was, it was quite still, so gusty. Richard Chisholm forward to the 7th. Beautiful yellow livery for Team Chisholm. Champion of Lancashire in 2013. Plays at Ashford Manor. And looking in good shape, like a lot of Trilby Tour players this year. 10 holes played by Teddy Sheringham, 19 points. He's sort of on track, really, if he can keep it going. And this one peeling away to the right on the breeze. Now, chip and putt par, that might be next. 51 England caps for Teddy. Darren Gough, we saw his tee shot behind the flag at the 4th. Birdie putt. He's hitting. That's a gingerly approach from Big Dazza. Chisholm at 7. Birdie putt. And the green's catching quite a few of the players out. We talked about Teddy chipping and putting for his par at 11. Let's see if he can do it. Back and through. Sensible shot, chip and run. Didn't use the sand wedge. And he's played that to perfection. Must be a par for Darren Gough, surely. Oh, just about. That's 4 of them. In the end, 25 points, though, like last year, did not qualify. Paul York at the 13th, also a 6 handicapper. He won in Hertfordshire in 2013. A lot of champions coming back this year. Steady. That's really good work. Well, he's pleased with that. Chisholm's par putt at 7. Oh, it was one of those horrible Doug Sander left to righters. As soon as he struck it, he was on the walk. Rocky at 11. Same points total as Sheringham at this point, 19. And that'll need to hook a lot to find the green. He has not done that. One good thing helping him, he's chipping into the wind. There we find shoeless Mark Hutchinson at the 6th. Also playing off 6. I mean, he chose that combination. Hat and trouser combine. Only for the very brave or the very skillful. That one in trouble. York's birdie putt at 13. Level with the card. Go on. Right idea. 34 points, clubhouse leader. Good attempt from York. So he's got to hang in there and wait. When you're an early finisher, that's what you have to do. Rocky. Lob shot. He's lobbed it. It's landed softly. It's running out. He doesn't want that back. That's as good as he could have played it from there. So into the trousers for the marker. Teddy Sheringham. 2 over. So if he pars in, it's 34 points. And that's a marvellous approach. Proper golf shot that from Sheringham. You've got to feel he's got to make a couple of putts between here and the clubhouse. Rocky Llewellyn for a tremendous par save. And 2 more points. Which he does. Rattled in the back. Team Llewellyn remaining very competitive. Now, can Teddy find a putt at 13? For a big 3-pointer. Almost. 32 points for Teddy. Did not qualify, sadly. But he'll be back. Mark Hutchinson. His ball stayed dry. That's the good news. So he's got an upslope, which will help him get him up in the air. And it's a little bit of a dolly drop, that one. Little bit of a dolly drop. All in all, 36 points, though. Pretty good day. New clubhouse leader, Mark Hutchinson. Let's get back to the first tee with William, who's got the reigning champion of Hertfordshire, Jamie Richards.
Jamie, champion of Hertfordshire. How'd that feel last year?
It's probably still is the highlight of my golfing career. Yeah, it was 6 times trying. Winning a region, still yet to win an international, but no, it was a great feeling and a great win.
And how would it feel to be the third man ever after Vos and Llewellyn to retain his title, if you could do it today?
I'd love to say more than anything. To get that high again from last year, I should try my best for sure.
But you're now on the radar, aren't you? You're up there as a champion.
The man to beat.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that pressure, so I'm confident. That's good.
Who is the man to beat today?
And me, I'm the reigning champion, so.
That's what we like on the Trilby Tour, a bit of chutzpah. 3-wood, directly at it, smash. And that's well hit. Now, is it left of the central rough area? It is. Straight at the green. And when we come back after the break, we'll see if he can get it up and down and make his birdie at the first.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to Hanbury Manor. Weather staying dry. 36 points is the score to beat in the clubhouse, and we'll find our top 4 to play 3 holes to find a champion eventually. Still some way to go though, so back out into the golf course and catch up with Jamie Richards. Now played 12 holes, 17 points so far. Must do better. This is third, 13. And X says check. Struck that one too well. East Herts Golf Club's Duncan Woodcock. A low rasper at the third. Plays a 5. Too low. Oh no, bit of check. Well struck. Take that. He's got the waterproof jacket on. Maybe he senses rain. Others don't. 7th hole, second for Rick Garvey. And does it need to sit? Oh, well played, sir. Well played. Little right to lefter for a birdie. Jamie, par putt at 13, and he really does need this. Got to give it a chance. Blame the caddy, I would. Par 4 third for Woodcock. Keep going, keep going. Misjudged. Quickly back to Garvey's birdie putt at 7 after really good approach work. A little bit of head movement there, that's never good when you're putting. He did tap it in and he did score 34 points. That currently is a playoff position. Remember, top 4 to play 3 holes to find a champion. Bogey putt for Richards. It's not been his best hole. Unlucky for some, the 13th, and in the end, unlucky for 18 holes. 27 points, DNQ, Jamie Richards. TTFN. Richard Chisholm at the 11th. Par 3s are good here at Hanbury Manor, and particularly with this gusty wind. Quite tricky. Steady. And that, all in all, is very good. See how much downwind it was. 2-putt par for Woodcock if this goes in. And that's alright. Stroke looks decent. 34 points. That's decent. And currently in with a chance of a playoff. Duncan Woodcock. A lot of low handicappers playing at Hanbury Manor. 4s and 5s and 6s. Richard Chisholm. Oh, that should be a tap in, hopefully. Let's get ahead to 17. Rocky Llewellyn coming towards the end of his day. And bunting this one low and forward and running and round you come. Played some good chip shots. Back to Chisholm. That's good. Stroke looked good. And now it's 35 points that's in the playoff position. So par or better looks very good in these testing conditions. Rocky for his birdie at 17. And it's in. That's a big 3 points. In the end, 36 points. At this stage, joint clubhouse leader. I think that's a good sign, that face. Well, over previous years at Hanbury Manor, it's had a checkered past with the weather. Much better this year, as Stan Powell will tell you.
Yeah, we've been really lucky this year. Coming up to the event has been quite good. Bit of sunshine as well, so the guys have been able to get the course ready. we had the last 2 years previous, we had thunder and lightning storms and a lot of rain, so it's pleasant to see a bit of sunshine here today, so it is. Playoff holes we have here are 10, 11 and 18. 10's a very tough par 4, but you know, if you hit a good drive down there, you're left with a wedge into the green, get it in nice and close and you can be one up straight away. You're then looking to try and make a par on the 11th just to consolidate, and then it's all go on the 18th. If you're tied with anybody, again, another long drive will get you a wedge to a 9-iron into the green, and that's really scoring clubs that guys can look to make birdie or at least a good par.
We like the first timers. Richard McRae, one of those. His tee shot at the 11th. In relation to George McRae, Rock Me in Your Arms. Rock You Baby, I think it is. Take Me in Your Arms and Rock You Baby. That's the story. Be a lot of Trilby Tour players that were born after that song came out. So McRae bunkered. Ricky, the putter, Sutter, coming towards the end. Bunker shot at 16. Steady. Just a foot more. Go on. It's going to get better. Daniel O'Connell. Almost an Irish singer, actually. Daniel O'Connell. Bit of a musical theme to the Trilby Tour at Hanbury Manor. That one just missing the target. Almost a very good recovery shot. A brave one as well from Daniel. Plays at the Channels Golf Club in Chelmsford. First Trilby Tour event as well. McRae, bunker shot at the 11th. And that was very nice technique. Oh, nearly canned it. Very good try from the sand from McRae. Ricky the putter. Par putt. He's under par. Oh, and that's not short, is it? That's comfortably 4 feet by. Head to 17. Chip and a putt par perhaps for O'Connell. Using the upslope to kill that one. That's as good as you could play it. Marvellous chip shot. Of course, when you hit a good chip shot, you've always got to make the putt. But for Sutter, it's a bogey putt at 16, which he makes. So a little stumble towards the end. McRae's par putt at the 11th. 21 points so far. Things going well. Oh no, sit. 36 points. Joint clubhouse lead for Richard McRae. Good work in his first Trilby Tour. Carmichael Brown, no stranger to the Trilby Tour. Long way left, then it drops down the hill, then it tries to find its way towards the hole, and that's expertly done. Still never won a regional. O'Connell's par putt, 17. Well, he missed that one, but in the end, even with the card, 36 points. One of those tied for the clubhouse lead. Has got to play a waiting game, and those 36 pointers are stacking up. Sutter's third at the 17th, par 5. Should be in good shape points-wise, really.
Great shot, Ricky.
And he's done nicely there. That's a good touch. Birdie putt will ensue. So it looks like no stutter for Sutter. For Carmichael Brown. 16th, par putt, tap in, surely, yes. It's got that determined look, Carmichael Brown, hasn't he? Just a little adjustment of the old Trilby. Sutter, birdie putt. Chance gone. But a very fine 37 points from Ricky, new clubhouse leader, and that should be good enough to get into the final 4 to play the 3 holes to find the champion. 36 points thus far and a birdie putt, so Carmichael Brown looking good. Up the tier. Keep coming. And that will be good enough. Good 2 putt and a very fine 38 point total from the former world champion. So in the end, 36 points played off the shootout. O'Connell, Llewellyn, McRae and Hutchinson. Only 2 to go through to the final. Nearest the pin counts. And that was Hutchinson, so he's through. And so is Rocky Llewellyn. And that means that Richard McRae misses out, but he will qualify for the World Championship final, as will Daniel O'Connell. So well played, those 2. Commiserations for the big Trilby Tour event at the end. Extravaganza. So making it through to the final, it's Seb Carmichael Brown, Ricky Sutter, Mark Hutchinson and Paul Llewellyn. And you might notice there are 11 names there. That's because Seb Carmichael Brown, as a previous world champion, is exempt. So an 11th spot goes to Chris Clayton. Well done to him. 34 points. Just good enough. Okay, let's catch up with William. A new segment of the show. It's called Hunt's Hunch.
Well, what a line! What a line that's going to be. Going through it, you've got Mark. Mark's played a few times now, but he's not been at this level before. And he's not taken the advice been given by the Trilby Tour team. He's not rested. No sensible man would bet against Paul Llewellyn. Nobody in the Trilby Tour would bet against him, but he's a bit tired, looks a bit tired. Ricky the Putter Sutter. Wonderful boy, infectious smile, and the crowd's with him. I believe Seb has got ice in those veins, and he's a world champion. He knows how to win, and can that boy putt? And his putter is hot today. Heart says Ricky, head says Seb.
And when we come back, we'll find out if that highwayman of the sea, Redbeard, gets it right.
The Perfect Gentleman's Playground. The Perfect Gentleman's Playground.
So it's 4 men, 3 holes to find one champion, this year's Trilby Tour champion of Hertfordshire at Hanbury Manor. And the 3 playoff holes are the 10th, the 11th and the 18th. Par 4, par 3, par 4 to finish. So the caddies in position. Players take their places on the rostrum, which of course is the 10th tee. Nice little par 4 to kick off.
First to the tee, Mr. Seb Carmichael Brown.
I'm Seb Carmichael Brown, 29 years old, 4 handicap, playing from the Shire, London. I started like an absolute muppet, made some massive mistakes, hit 2 balls out of bounds in the first few holes. I was almost dead and buried, and then I holed out from a bunker from 60 yards, like straight in the hole, couldn't believe it, and from there I just kicked on. I shot a gross 3 under par on the back 9, which is the best score I've ever shot, and just, yeah, out of nowhere, just it all came together. I just didn't really know what happened. I wanted to be a regional champion, you know, I want to get up on that Trilby Tourian Hall of Famer list to get some points for that. So yeah, I'd love to, always in it to win it, so that would be fantastic.
So tee shot important at 10. Little draw from right to left, baby draw if you can. Overdone. Now how far left has it gone? Not in the fairway.
Next up to the tee, Mr. Ricky Sutter.
Ricky Sutter, 31 years old, member of Brooklands Park Golf Club, playing out for a handicap of 2. Yeah, I got off to a great start, making a birdie on the first was a big lift, and then I had a couple of good putts on the 8th and 9th, which got me into good contention, and then started getting a bit jittery towards the end, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so no, I'm thrilled, I'm absolutely thrilled. I'm fairly confident, do you know what I mean? But there's I've seen Llewellyn up there, he's always a danger, do you know what I mean? So, you know, they've earned their right to be here, so they're bound to be good golfers, so I'm definitely up for it, that's for sure.
The fun thing about these guys is they see each other Trilby Tour year in, year out, and they know each other's games very well. That's a good swipe. 3-wood. Blue sky for the background, and still a lot of hang time. Not in a bad position, that.
Next up to the tee, Mr. Mark Hutchinson.
Hello, my name's Mark Hutchinson. I'm 40, Kings Hill, handicap 6. Today's been really good. I've got to thank my caddy. He's got me round. It was hard work. He took me out of a few silly shots, which was good. So, but other than that, putted really well. Found the greens really good. Lovely course. 10 I parred, lipped out for birdie. 11 I missed the green, made a bogey. 18 I made a 4. Play it similar as I played it.
Well, it's only a 3-hole playoff, so every shot's so important. Driver. Oh yeah, that's his Sunday best there. Round the corner, can he find the fairway? Oh, that's just a genius tee shot, isn't it?
Next up to the tee, Mr. Paul Llewellyn.
Paul Llewellyn, age 43, Drayton Park Golf Club, handicap of 6. I think Hanbury's a great track. Like the format, like the course. It's nice to actually stand by the 18th green and look out and see golfers all over the place, which is nice. Great day as well. So it's really special place, really. I think you've just got to hold your nerves. when it's time to hit the big shot, you've got to be able to do it, and I think that's where a lot of people crumble. It's, you know, it's not like playing normal golf. You know, it's Trilby golf, isn't it?
Look at the eyes, look at the eyes, the concentration. And battered down there as well. Another wonderful drive. Really opens up the second shot for Rocky Llewellyn, and they're off. The sprint is on to find the champion of Hertfordshire. So to Sutter, his second. Not a bad lie. Green's a little bit raised up here, the 10th. How about that for an approach shot? Superb. So a makeable 15-footer. Yes, that is good. Carmichael Brown. He was the furthest left off the tee. But nothing in his way. Also very well played. Now to the two fairway boys. Hutchinson first. He got through in the shootout. Now how good is this one? It's a bunker. That's got to be a bunker for Hutchinson. From the fairway, that's not what he wanted. Rocky Llewellyn last to go. Best tee shot. It's got a fantastic line in at the flag from there. And pretty well done. So honours even for 3. 1 missing the green. Awkward stance. This is only just in the sand, so feet out, ball in. Got to keep down on this one. If you stand up, you're going to scull it into the bank. Hasn't he done well? What a shot from Shoeless. Nerveless, I would say. Llewellyn. Birdie putt. Come on. Oh, how did it miss? How did that stay out? But he gets a shot, so he's under par off his 6 handicap. Carmichael Brown, his birdie attempt. The regional Trilby Tour cupboard is bare thus far. And this for the birdie. Hurry. Oh, he makes it right in the middle. So with his shot, he's 2 under par after the first hole. Complaining of man flu at the start of the day. Looks like in rude health to me. Very high standard in the playoffs. Sutter for his birdie. Oh, Sutter the putter. Leaves it short. That's got to hurt. No stroke. Off of 2, so level par. He's chasing. He's the back marker. Hutchinson for a net birdie. Not to be. So 5 net 4. Level for Mark Hutchinson. Joint back marker. Shrug of the shoulders and looking for better at 11. Well, they go off in leader order, so Carmichael Brown 2 under after 1. And this is just a make a par hole. No strokes here for anybody, as you heard. It's a terrific shot. Down breeze. Yes, it's hard to hold the putting surface, but that's very well played. Laying the hammer down is Carmichael Brown. One back is Rocky Llewellyn. Just 211 yards, but downwind. Quite a long way down the grip. Going for control. Very well struck. It's a small target. That's about as good as you can do, really. Tough to bounce it in here. To Sutter. Yeah, it's a short iron. Let's see if this one grabs any quicker. A bit more power, a bit more loft, more spin. Big advantage. Last to go. Hutchinson with his tee shot. doesn't like it, hates it. That's left all day long. So he'll need to chip and putt, and he really has to because the leader is 2 under. He's 2 back. Difficult to stay in touch when you're 2 down with 2 holes to play. Can he save par then? Or even chip it in? That's a good touch from there. Very good touch. Just behind the 8 ball after the first playoff hole, Hutchinson. Rocky second. Little chip shot, chip and run. And he's done awfully well. Played it very nicely, very little wrist break, don't need it when you're chipping and running. Carmichael Brown leading 2 under, birdie putt from the back edge. He's giving that a healthy old swipe. Well, he's just knocked another one in. Unbelievable. Birdie, birdie. 2 shots out of bounds and then a birdie barrage from Carmichael Brown. How badly does he want to win this? The answer is a lot. 3 under after 2. Sutter, to get in the game, has to make this for the birdie. Good try. Very good try. And just about making that one for a par, but the rest deflated after the brilliance of Carmichael Brown. 1 hole to play, and he is cruising. Par putt for Hutchinson. One over, and it's all over. Rover can't get back from there. Rocky under par. Last hole would have given him a chance, but not now. So it's looking super safe for Carmichael Brown after, well, what was 2 brilliant holes. Birdie, birdie, take that, the rest of you. And the denouement when we come back after the break.
The Perfect Gentleman's Playground. The Perfect Gentleman's Playground.
Final hole of the playoff, par 4, over the lake, anywhere but right really, particularly if you are leading at 3 under par. So again, in order of excellence, it's going to be Carmichael Brown to hit his driver.
First up to the tee, Mr. Seb Carmichael Brown.
Full swish through the hitting area. That one's sweet. He'll take that. Carried the water. Safe. Sutter. At level. Good healthy smack as well. And that's gone miles. Miles and miles.
Next up to the tee, Mr. Paul Llewellyn.
Funny old game, the Trilby Tour. Rocky Llewellyn's won, it feels like hundreds of these regionals, but hasn't won the World Championship. And Carmichael Brown has never won a regional and has won the World Championship. So they both got something the other wants. And that one's okay.
To the tee, Mr. Mark Hutchinson.
Well, just give it a smash and finish in style. Tee shot at 11 went left. Tee shot at 18 going right into the lake. A watery grave for Mark Hutchinson. It is over. Carmichael Brown's tee shot carried the water. So he's got a little bit of tree trouble here. Slightly blocked out, so a low scuttler. Taking no chances. And a very sensible shot. He's got a lead, why not use it? Llewellyn trying to knock this in if he can. It's a big ask. Hits the big tree left of the green and bounces out. And a smile of resignation, I think, from Rocky. to Sutter, whose tee shot was enormous. It's just a flick. Look how close to the green he was. Stay there, hang on. Just. Big drive though. Here's your winner, Carmichael Brown, 3 under par, cruising. Trying to chip and putt and not drop a shot. And that one pulling up fairly well. Pitched it on that top level, asking it to come back. Not sure it'll come back that much, but he has a par putt to finish. He knows he's won now, that's the lovely thing. Most people who win a Trilby Tour event don't play the last hole thinking they've won. A real luxury. Llewellyn chipping and putting to save himself. Oh, almost better than that. Champion effort from Rocky. So he finishes level in the end. But he knows he's in the World Championship at the end, so he can win one of those. Grab something he hasn't got yet. Sutter, the putter. Hard lines. Hard lines. No disgrace, level par for 3 holes in the playoff. Tied second. It's all about Carmichael Brown. He's got about 8 putts to win from here. And he only needs 1. Well, that's stylish, isn't it? Birdie, birdie, par. 3 under par with his stroke. That's unbeatable. And that's what it means to him. He is the Trilby Tour champion of Hertfordshire.
And so we're off. The 2015 Tour moves next week to Dalmahoy and then continues with another regional qualifier every Monday night at 7 p.m. until we have the lineup for the World Championship final at Forest of Arden on the 7th of December. After that, we have the Trilby Twos from Hull, our Rogues Gallery Christmas special, and we finish with a brace of match play events from Rockcliffe Hall. Plenty of Trilby action coming up, but now let's hear from delighted Hertfordshire champ Seb Carmichael Brown.
I'm just blown away. I can't believe what really just happened. I mean, I've just worked it out. I've just shot 5 under gross for my last 12 holes. I mean, that is just ridiculous. I don't know what's happened. I was saying to my caddy, like, I hit 2 balls out of bounds in the first 5 or 6 holes, and I was sort of written it off and stopped caring. Then I holed out from a bunker, and I didn't drop a shot really again. I can't actually believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. It feels great. You know what it really feels the best is that I sort of feel like I validated the grand final a couple of years ago, because, you know, one round can always be a fluke one day, but I feel like it means a little bit more now that I've sort of stamped it to say it wasn't just a one-off.
And as if winning wasn't prize enough, we're also giving Seb's shot of the day for this pinpoint approach on the 17th. There is just no stopping this lad. But now it's time for the return of Rogues Gallery, and the honour of being dishonoured first in 2015 goes to Michael Devlin for this long, wild and wide approach to the 12th. This is Bradley Lacey teeing off in the 8th, and I think we can all agree that that is absolutely awful. The first entry in this year's Who'd Be a Cameraman is from Simon Fillery, who tries to hit Juby, but you really must try harder, Simon. This is Jim Dreelan on the 18th, trying to make his shot reach cameraman Doogie, but it's not quite got the direction. Nice try though, Jim. A better effort here from Trilby regular Justin Hunt on the 16th. It's got the direction, but not quite the legs to reach our Greg. An intriguing method of exiting a bunker by Robert Hoche on the 9th. Well, it's effective at least. Which is more than can be said for Andrew Doherty on the 18th. Or indeed of this pathetic effort from Mark Gurney on the 16th. And now from exiting to entering, specifically entering water, this is Gavin Oliver checking out the lake by the 3rd, and after a drop, here he is checking it out again. Yes, it's still there, Gavin. Oh, aye, well, Glenn Hirschfield takes a different approach in an attempt to sneak round the same hazard, but only succeeds in giving us all a good laugh. The old trick of trying to hide from the camera after you've gone from rough to water on the 17th is attempted here, but we've spotted you behind that glove, Mr. John Shannon. Though we've not been able to identify this poor soul in the 17th, but we do still like the tragic look of defeat after he gets wet. Now back to Mark Gurney for this admirably determined effort to reach the water in the 13th. Oh, we salute you, Mr. Gurney. And now a rare when rogues get it right shot. Antonio Smith does everything he can to mess up his approach to the 13th, but his ball is simply determined to make it all the way to the pin. Oh, Antonio, you are a jammy so-and-so. Let's hear from William on the playoff.
You can't argue with the best golf we've ever seen on the Trilby Tour. In 8-9 years we've been playing this. We've had top pros, we've had top amateurs, some fantastic players. That's got to be the best golf I've ever seen. He's an exceptional young man, Seb Carmichael Brown. A very charming guy, but a killer on the golf course.
Next week, the tour returns to the glorious glens around Dalmahoy, where we'll attempt to find the next champion of Scotland. In the meantime, please check out www.williamhunttrilbytour.com to find out more about how to get involved in 2016. We'll see you next week.
Didn't keep that stupid golf tournament. I didn't want to play in the first place. I'm going home. I've had enough.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.